Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of FoolTopia here in City Skylines. Guys, last episode we added in some more big expansions to the beautiful place, the beautiful island. We expanded our industrial area. We slowly started to build a little bit more extra across the bridge, which you start to see a few more vehicles start to use it. We increased our commercial zone, sorted out some little issues here and there, but of course it brings other issues and other stuffs we're going to be trying fixing and sorting out today. Now today I want to try and eventually build our little harbour, which would be really handy to export some goods. A lot of you guys were suggesting that I should build the harbour with the train station and then set up some train station, cargo train stations here, there and everywhere, which will hopefully reduce a lot of the traffic, because one of the big issues I got is that 2-lane highway road, or the 2-lane highway road that we're limited to at the moment. So we can't go too crazy, we've got to keep it all nice and sweet and smooth. But hopefully we see how it goes. I've got an issue with one of the roundabouts, which I'm hoping I can kind of solve by kind of getting rid of it, because I realised I don't kind of need it anymore. We'll have a look at that a little bit later, but let's actually look at the place, the city, the island. I mean, is it a city or is it a country? I'll let you guys decide in the comment section down below. But I'm able to buy a brand new piece of land, which I'm going to buy this one, because that's where I want the cargo, the export for the shipping area to be. Cost 17,000 to buy. We're going to buy it. Boom. Now I can't buy any more, so we're pretty much stuck right there. Now if I was to get a train connection, I need this tile also purchased too. So it'd be good to have the export just there, have a train station here which links up beautifully, export from this section, and also maybe get one over here, I don't know, maybe. And I mean, I don't know if we would have one over here, just kind of like bring the goods in there, go. I mean, traffic's not that bad at the moment, but it's food for thought. We'll see how things go. Now, I want to do some cool stuff with it. So if I actually get the ships now, which is this one here, costs 90,000. It's kind of a good little spot, but I want to kind of create like a little mouth to this area. But it all comes down to where the shipping lane is. So I could pull it there, or sideways a little bit more. I've just got to make sure it's in a good spot that the boats can get to it pretty easily. So we'll play around with some stuff. Oh, just to kind of show you, this is the island I'm talking about, by the way. We've got some traffic heading on there in just a moment, but let me sort out this and then we'll come and play around with it. So let's find a nice little level to it. So let's get a nice big brush size, and I think we're going to go with this level there. So the train height is just there. And what I want to do is kind of bring it down a bit to create a little lip, you know, as you're creating like a harbour in a sense. So let's actually increase the brush size a bit more. So if I kind of just do like a rough sketch of it and bring it up like this, and I just want to make sure that the boats can get onto it, so I kind of need the water to disperse momentarily. So let's have a little fast forward session, and boys, let's get rid of the water on the edges just to make sure that the ships can get to this area. We'll pad it out even more as well eventually. No, they're not going to like that. I mean, I could get it on that side, but I don't want the boats to be hit by big waves. So, I mean, it could go there. It's just, I got to change up a few things. So let's kind of just get rid of it for a second. And we'll take that same height. And we could apply it to a different part of it. For example, I could bring it down here. It all depends. Let's have a look at that. I don't know. It all depends on the lip that you create. Because I could have it on this side, and the boats come in here. So if I just put it into play mode while I kind of sort this out, do the beautiful terraforming job that I'm doing right now. And then we'll sort out depth and stuff like that. Now when it comes to it, if I put it there, it instantly follows that line, and I don't like that. So again, let's sort this out. So get rid Make the brush size bigger. So push it back to its natural bounds that it was on. Bring down the brush size, so pretty much want it straight on almost. So basically what I'm creating then, oh, no. That size, there we go. So what I'm going to be creating is then, if that's the line, you want to create like a lip going down here that just slightly comes off. And we'll have one that goes straight down. Catch my drift, boys? Which means I could have one if I had the shoreline available to me at this point, and this was made a little bit thicker. I think that would be the best option. So wait for the water to kind of just disappear quickly. You can see where this is going. I don't quite know how far we are to get on that one side. But let's just have its moment. It might flood. I mean, we've got big walls just here anyway. Kind of like natural sea walls. It might do some flooding. But we're going to get our little harbour area set up and running. So just give it a moment or two to kind of just clear the water. It's all over the place right now. The splashes we have created are sensational. Right, is it settling down a little bit? I feel like it's slightly settling down. Well, I thought it was. So, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. So it would work in there beautifully. It's just the terraforming job is just like out of this world. So, yeah, let's make these a little bit thicker then. A little bit wider. So make this nice and chunky as we create our little harbour area. And let's bring that curve slightly. There we go. Right, I will smoothen it off, don't worry. And I want to make this one a lot wider as well, because this is where we're going to have... Well, we need to sort out a vehicle route as well. We need to make sure that we optimize the entrance and exit areas of it. So I might bring this slightly over a bit more. Oh, actually, by bringing it over a little bit more, I've just clipped the edge that I did have for the shipping route. So let's kind of take away from that slightly. There we go. So if I was to drop that down, it'll fit in there perfect. So again, we'll give it some time then just to clear it. We'll drop down some key walls. Let the water sort itself out, guys. And then we got it going good. So while that does that then, let's take a look at other areas. So to unlock that next tile, I am going to need a 32,000 population, which is just shy of an extra 5,000 people moving into the place, which is going there and getting there over time, which is good. Education wise, we need another elementary school, which we're going to drop one down. So we've got one there, one there, one there, one there. I feel like we need another one over this side, which I'm going to kind of just drop it. All right, let's just drop it. Oh, it's a tough one. Should we get under the bridge past there? I thought that would be nice to squeeze an extra elementary school in there. Gives us a little bit more capacity on kind of good stuff. It's an extra 300 kids that can learn. High school? We need another high school, don't we? Yeah. What is that one there? That's an elementary school. We've got a high school here. So we've got one there, we've got one there, one there. So I feel like we need another one over here somewhere too. And there'll be a nice little shout to squeeze one up on this side. So just after the path, squeeze one just there. Increase the capacity. We have no university just yet. I'm not worried about that too much. Just getting some extra education in for those folks. So this area is pretty much set up now. So let's go back. Let's go back to the play mode, and we'll drop it in. Oh, we can't connect to the route. So, but how far can I move it back? There is a good spot for the route. Boom. Nice. Okay. There is our cargo dock. There. In all its glory. It looks beautiful. And we are going to now sort out the road that gets to it. Oh, actually, let's do some terraforming first. Let's kind of sort these levels out. So we've got it to this level, which will kind of keep it at this level as a kind of way to set up the dock area. And the rest of it is perfectly fine. Oh, I do need to get the key walls down, don't I? Yeah, I completely forgot about that. If I move that over here quickly, just for now, let's get those key walls in and like finish up all the edges. So here we go. Right, so is it as easy to just do a freaking square like that? Yeah, it is. Boom, straight away. We got the goods going on. So I'll come back to that side in just a moment. And, okay, let's pick it here. So, right. Is that going to be too high for us, you reckon? So we have that come straight down. Straight across. Like that. We'll play around with the terraforming in just a second. Oh, I could almost get it across. Delete that one. Like that. And we bring that straight up there. And keep that as it is. Right, let's move this back over. So as far as I can, which is just there. We'll use the move it tool now just to bring it down in line, in level with the road. Nice. And that's a nice little hub set up straight away. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So let's start this terraforming now then. And we'll take the bottom of the ocean. We'll just run around the edge. Do as good as a job as we can. And we'll then finish up and kind of close up all the edges as well. I want to make it really sharp, as if it is like an actual dock area, like man-made, manufactured. There we go. Because it literally is like a man-made little area, this. There's no like beating around the bush about it. We man-made this. There is nothing natural about this. So then, pick the line there. Run it around to the edges as best we can. We're going to have those overflows, but it's okay. It's okay to have those overflows. Okay, so that is now pretty much set up gloriously, and we're just going to give it time to settle the water. That's literally all we can do at the moment, is just give it time to settle the water. So while that continues to happen then, let's take a look at this roundabout then, because we don't kind of need this roundabout at all. If you think about it, we don't need this roundabout here either. It can just bend around and go straight up, and then we create a connection that goes straight over and up to here. Because that is the dominant road they're trying to use. You just can't shift them through easy enough because it's the roundabout holdup. So what I'm going to do is, we'll pull into pause now. We'll get rid of the roundabout altogether. Right, just delete to that point there. Using that same road that we have, create the bend on it. Oh, hold on, if I actually come out a little bit further. Okay, let's come out to there, then we'll do the bend. Like that. That's all I need to do. I'm going to upgrade this road that goes over this little section, which we're going to have to use the anarchy. There we go. That is literally going to come down straight like that. And then this road will reconnect back up. Actually, let me kill that off. We'll have that road connect up there, so we know exactly how we're making that connection. Like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like how it drops. So if I upped it from the get-go and use the move it tool. There we go. That's more natural, isn't it? That is more natural. So it doesn't really change much at this point. It just kind of plays around with the roads. So at that point then. Now, for now, what I'll do is just have this actually... I'm still in the air. Have it actually connected up. Let's take the... So they will use the little crossroad over there. And it would be beneficial. Oh, what's going on over here? How have I done that? Right, so they will use the crossroads, but I feel like we should do something pretty cool for them not to use the crossroads. But for now, I'll make them use them so they can still continue on their way, on their path and all that kind of good stuff. So it kills off the roundabout. That kind of wasn't needed so much in this little section. And it's going to fly over here. So this is the big change going to happen right now. So pause it now. Push these roads back. Push that back. Up to there. So this road, I put the snapping on now. Take the anarchy off. Actually, I need it on for that little small section. So bring it out to there. Turn it off now. That can pretty much continue in the air. And if I bring this out by 10. And bend it round. Now how sheer is that increase? Bring it down. So it's a nice incline. Now I could, theoretically... No, actually I won't do that because I can use that left lane to go slowly down there. That one goes straight on. So that will sort that out. I'll make this come up and bend round as if it was connected. Really cool. And then we'll do a further connection. Right, a connection further on. So kill off the two-lane roads. Oh, two-lane highway road that we've kind of got going on in that little place. Which, that's a bus stop there. So I ain't got to worry about that. So it is the tree one. So bring you up. And... where is the... like that there. So it bends around. It actually bends around quite nice. I do like it. So technically there is no connection now to get up to here or anything from here. The connections, the closest one is this one here. So we need something up here that's going to connect to these guys. And what we could do is with... now we could do something simple with the on-ramp here. Like we could make it come off by 12. Hold on. By 12 there. That's not quite spaced out enough. Which just simply runs down to there, but it's not like it's not the two-way one that you... oh, actually, no, because we're flipping it, aren't we? I could do it like that. I mean, it's not great, as what I'm trying to say. That wouldn't be the benefit to that, but we do need something that's going to connect over here. Now, we could eventually just build that road up. I could create simple overpass connection routes. As if I'm treating this as the highway, if that makes sense, where then the connections come off here. Now, if I do a two-lane road and have it come out by 7 there, by 7 there. If I go up by 5, I'll actually do it from this one. By 10 and bend it in. By 10. Oh, and bend it in there. Okay. Okay. Right, we'll see how this traffic flows. It's a weird solution to something that could potentially be quite cool. And add some character into this section. You know what I'm saying, boys? Right, I'm going to throw it back into play mode at this point. Oh, these... oh, yeah, pause a second, because they're going to need power again. Right. My idea for this area is one, we'll turn off the traffic lights for a second. And we'll make this lane, which is already dedicated to B, while it is, and turn that way. So they'll be in like lane management as they approach the area. And because I've doubled up into two laners. Right, and what we'll do to try and keep the traffic smooth is this is straight over no matter what. That turns. So obviously if you want to get out, instead of going down there, they're going to make you go down here and then up and round. Just to keep things pretty fly. Same. No, it's same for this one. No, yeah, no, it's this one I want to work with. That one goes there or turns that way. So you're not we're reducing how many cars cross over. Obviously you can't. These are inevitable. They're gonna. Oh no, actually, you know what? It's not inevitable because I could do this. Like that one turns there, and if you want to go that way, you take the different ramp. So nothing crosses. So it's like we've semi-created a roundabout on this big loop, if that makes sense. I mean, all it really does is move the traffic onto somewhere else. But it's a different solution, a different way to approach things. I'm trying to, you know, widen my horizons when it comes to building. Now, the public walking here, there, and everywhere is going to be the next big concern in this little section. So what we'll do to manage this is we're going to create... If I bring that up to there, and we'll drop in the anarchy on it, so it goes simply under. We'll create that little passage there so they can flip over to that side. You know, that will reduce some of them crossing over. So if I have a little ×9 fast forward for a second, but it doesn't stop the majority of them crossing. So what we can say is here, right, no crossing there. So they will have to use that little cross section there, which you can see a few extra starting to use it. But I want to eliminate all the crossing, which means creating some overpasses, or it might be better to create some underpasses, depending on where the subway route is. So that's actually freed up this whole road here, which is perfect. And it could potentially free up this area here. I don't know whether this is the traffic that's just been building up over time. If I do turn off the traffic light scenario, and without creating those overpasses, the traffic seems to flow pretty fine. Now, what if I created a one-way loop system? I don't know how that would go. To free up the traffic here. So... Right, is it anywhere else at the minute? No, it seems pretty good, solid. So bear with me on this one. This is going to be a complete test right now. So if I upgrade, let me pause. If I upgrade that, flip it. So make sure it's all going the right way around. So you can see where this is going. And then we use this 2-lane scenario to go that way and there. So again, ×9. So we created that loop that goes round and down. So we're interested to see if we give it some time to go through. How would that affect things? I feel like it's not the best. It's not the best option. But I'm just giving the traffic time to move. I mean, we got a lot of people walking, which could be causing issues. Do you know what? I don't like it. Even if it did work, I'm starting to not like it. So let's pull it back. But what I'll do instead is upgrade that to that same road. I don't want to do it to that because it just kind of merges and makes a whole lot of mess. Why does it look weird though? As if it's not meant to be connected. Anybody else get that feeling? I kind of am. Right. Traffic lights off. Traffic lights off. off and off to get them all moving. So I don't know if it's a good idea to have these crossing over. Right, got an idea. Actually, I got a really good idea. So, okay, right, okay. I got a really good idea for this. So if I brought this out by 10, ramped it up, and then say that connected like this, but obviously we're going to use the magic right now. So create some glorious bends. Like that. So that comes down to here, which again, move it tool, sort that out slightly. So that's where you're going to enter from. And because you have a lot of traffic over here trying to exit, I think it would be a cool option to bring this down, which will, again, eventually fill up this whole little area. But then we create like a little on-ramp. So I could create... Right, if I go to here, and I do the same that side. Right, again, bear with me on this. Right, hold on, and I flip this one. So they'll exit up there, which I need to kind of to have the traffic lights. And what we're going to do to this is we're going to only make them go this way on that one. And that goes straight on. So no one's using this as any other option but to enter and exit, if that makes sense. Oh wait, I have also over here still selected a one-way route. So let's just start to move those. Oh, there's traffic lights over here. There we go. And obviously it also adds up to filling out this area based off this connection just there, which I think is perfect. And our traffic is flowing beautifully. So rather than sticking roundabouts down, looks a little bit weird right now because we don't quite have the majority of it all placed in. And what it's also done as well for us is because we have no transport link between these two areas, a lot of the residents are choosing to walk. And that's why we're getting this high footfall coming through. So it could be also beneficial to... I mean, they are using the buses. But we're giving that option to walk. So it won't be beneficial at some point to add in the subway line between these two. Because we don't have a subway line thrown in just yet. Like linking up to there. Or have this blue line also come round and connect into there. Oh, the decisions. Well, we'll see how things go. But that was a really great addition to the area. Okay, so this area is now looking pretty good still. We're slowly getting there. We are slowly getting there. And we need to figure out good ways to kind of enter and exit this section. So we're going to do one-way systems on this as well. Now, this is going to be based off the 2-lane highway. So if I just make it go up to then flip it around. And do the same here. So if I kind of... If I bring it up by 10. And then come in by 10. Bring it out by 10. And then go up by 10. I've created that round effect. And just for now, bring it up to the same level. So it doesn't quite touch this side there, but it's not that my intention to do that. Or should I make that the turn a little bit sharper? So let's see if I can come up with like a sharper turn. So rather than 10, what if we do 5? So 5 and a 5. 5 and a 5. I feel like that's better. Because that should still give us room to place one on this side in the future, maybe. And then we need to connect it up to over here. So this is where the smoothing of this little section, let's get out of ×9, comes into play. So let's do the brief bit there, and then we up the brush size. And then we really start to hammer down. So actually, let's kind of delete 2 back. There we go. Push it, the smoothness back as much as possible. Because it is, I mean, it's not a dramatic incline. But it's gonna be like, it'll be probably be definitely be noticeable. Oh, do you know what? Actually, it's not that bad. Alright, bring it up to there, then flip it back. And we need to create like a really nice connection here now. So we basically want to make the roads go in 2 ways. So I've got like a 2 lanes to go that way and this way, and then 2 lanes that come off this way and that way. So we need to create like a nice junction. I could do a roundabout, but I want to try and make it flow as much as possible. Now, if I was to do that, I would require these connections to come from different angles. So if I delete this back by 3, and just for the sake of this right now, I can't get like a solid connection. But for the sake of this, let's bring this down by 10. Delete back a bit. Actually, we'll do it ourselves. So let's bring it out by 10 and get it angled just right there. Again, flip that round. So I need a road coming down there that connects off to it. And it'd probably be best if I start it further back. And the same goes for this one. If I start it here, but this one actually kind of needs to be ramped up. Right? And if I can get this just right as it comes over. So I'll use the mover tool to kind of sort out the little swing on it and stuff like that. Comes over and then pretty much goes straight down. This one can come to there. Now if I do a straight line, I can then sort it out myself. So that's pretty much how it's going to go. To connect down to there. It's just for now to keep a constant traffic flow because I don't want to have the issue of fighting the industrial traffic. Alright, let's try and get some more bends on this. Alright, we'll go for that for now then. So the heights and angles of this can be sorted out slightly. So let me just determine the heights on these. Then we'll go with the bends on them. So this is only the entry point as well. So you can enter the export area, but you just can't exit yet. You just can't exit just yet. So actually it all determines now the exit point, because that's going to be a lot different, isn't it? So if I brought it up, you could easily turn off that way, but to cross over is a little bit more different. Right, actually I'm going to delete this one. Because I've got another idea now. So this is my secondary idea. Oh, I didn't mean to upgrade that road. So if I upgrade it from there. There we go. Upgrade it from there. And then we come off here and trying to stay in line. Alright, push that over a bit. Alright, now I have to sort something out to kind of... Oh, this could be good. We'll sort that bend out in just a second, and then we swing this over. So this requires now my 7... No. 5... Why are you not in the air? So 5 by... No, I want to go 6 by 6. 6? Now we'll do 6 by 4. Then 6 by 5. Which does swing it over. It's not perfect, and this won't be the final form. It's just to create a better flow of the industrial traffic from the get-go before I settle on a final setup, if that makes sense. So that's all it's going to be for now. No issues, no worries. So let's bring this up a bit more. Let's bring it up by 20. And then I want to create up to there. So, oh yeah, gotta sort of bend out just here as well. Okay, right, so there we go. Okay. So this one's pretty simple. I can just do a connection like that. But this is the interesting one now. He's trying to get this to bend round and over. Now, I don't know how this is going to play into our hands as much, being too close to that connection. This is where it could be ideal, like that, to go pretty much... If I come back by one more. So that's pretty much go straight there. But this one takes more of a longer run up. So we get to there, and then this is where we create that bend, and straight down. So let's use the mover tool then to sort out these levels, because they are shocking. There we go. And sort out this one. Alright, take a more of a longer approach on it. Alright, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Alright, feels a little bit better. So it bridges up. I can actually bring this down slightly as well. Feels slightly floaty. But that should work for now. Again, it's not the final thing about this, but it should do the job. Right, let's get some water over here then. So let's just kind of go... Okay, I have to go to here and kind of bring it round. And we also need power over here too. Let's say, why is that red? As if he's got no power. That's weird. We have to bring the power down too. There we go. So it's going to have power now. So you can enter and exit fairly easy. I will set up better connections. It all comes down to the traffic flow that's eventually going to get down here. The traffic flow pretty much changes everything about this whole area. And what I will do as well, I'll bring the brush size down, is concrete off. Right, let's kind of, I'll do it very quickly for now though. Concrete off this whole industrial area, because I feel like, well, this export area, because I feel like that's what is needed. So if I kind of go around the edges, just kind of play around with the idea, so you can see where it's eventually going to go. And we'll stick to that. Now, I wonder how or when the first vehicle is going to use it. So, I mean, we have an export route at this point. And when we eventually unlock this section here, we'll then start integrating and connecting this to the train system. So you have to like some, you know, they can bring stuff by ship, and then rather getting onto a truck and then taking it to where it's got to go, it can then be exported to like a little cargo depot, which sounds pretty cool. So vehicles are now on their way over, so it's been very, very beneficial. I need a police car to come down, which is right now, to sort out that little issue, and we're seeing it all come into glory. So, again, not perfect, but it should do its job. Oh, hold on. That's an issue for us. I just realized that. So it does its job anyway. So make you go that way. Make you go this way. So now we have pretty much reasons. So this is the inlet route, and that's the outlet route. So the other ones don't really matter. It's where they then exit from. So they go on a route depending on which way they need to go. Perfect, boys. So we'll see how much issues and stuff it throws onto this island as well. You can see it's starting to build up some stuff, but would that then change once I get the train stations hooked up, you know, in the other little locations? Only time will tell on that one. Only time will tell. But it's nice to get like a nice little industry bubble around here too and build up some more residential and commercial. But I really got to sort out how these keys flow into stuff. But we got our first ship arriving, and then off it goes. Nice. But it is the start of our little dock area, boys. I'm very impressed. I like it already. And the traffic issues over here are pretty solid too, which is good. That's another cool thing as well. Now, we're not going to get any more residential demand until we set aside more industry or, you know, commercial. And again, we'll focus on some of that next episode too. But boats are coming, stuff's being exported. We might now start seeing our industry area over here making more money because the export area is now a whole lot closer. But it would be pretty good to get a train station hooked up near it as well. That would be pretty handy. So you can just throw stuff onto the train and it gets shipped off down to the dock area over here, and out it goes. That'd be pretty good too. But we just have to kind of see how things go for now. We kind of do. So unemployment at the moment is at 44%. So we definitely need more jobs and stuff. We definitely do. Now I got this road over here. We got some commercial down just there. So why don't I drop some more commercial on these little sections as well as it leads around. Might as well get rid of the residential just there and replace it with commercial too. So that will satisfy some demands as well. Bring the commercial right down to the end. And I might as well just throw in some commercial on this little section, because it is, again, very beneficial. We'll drop the high residential just there. A bit commercial on these gaps. And we'll do the low residential commercial. Low residential housing just there. High density just up to here. I might as well just all fill it in, shouldn't I? Just there, like that. Okay. So that will get filled in over time. That's going to satisfy a small commercial demand that we have. Starting to see a few more vehicles using this bridge, which is good to see. It is very good to see. We got a lot that we need to do to this area. Again, like I can't stress enough, guys. This is not the final form of this. This is nowhere near it. It's just for now to add an export area in, so we can then satisfy some of those demands. I want to eventually get it all set up nicely where we have, like, you know, like look at what we did in Falls Town, where we had like the shipping crates and all that kind of decoration stuff set up. Maybe some factory warehouses where they can store the goods before they get shipped off on the boats too. You know, try and make this as efficient as we possibly can. And then get like some more export area, sections over there. But this just makes it so efficient. The traffic flows beautifully, which I'm liking. Just means this roundabout's going to get hit hard. But let me know your thoughts on creating this road here as a tunnel cutting through down to the Bedford Woodland area. So that will bypass a lot of stuff. That will be quite handy for a lot of people. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys, and what you want to see me also attempt next episode too. But for now, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.